Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Rings of Power. Basically there is only 2 notes to find in this whole place. I thought there were a lot more than that, but the main foundation for a lot of the quests is going to come from the Red Priests themselves that are scattered around the bookcases here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk to them one by one. And as the LP goes on, I will end up linking to the respective episode where you find that ring from this episode. So ultimately, it will be fairly convenient, hopefully. But for now, we just have to talk to them one by one. I'll skip the walking between to save time, but it will probably take quite a bit of time to speak to them all anyway. But let's start with this guy who knows about the Ring of Division. Ask him about your quest, and he mentions that the family of Dogon used to own the ring and founded Dogania. And he doesn't think they'd still have it. Descendants are going on about 20 generations now. But there's a prophecy that says that division will be found in the form of a division of age and a division of power. And he has this theory that basically the current King Dogon has been stripped of power by his regent, no less. So he tells you to look. I don't know where he's kind of going with this, but he tells you to go to a place where young and old live divided. I guess that kind of ties in, but I don't know. He gives you the location for it anyway. That'll be the first ring we go for, seeing as that actually links to the place where we need to go and find Bob to give him that note. So yeah, we'll be able to go there and tie that in with the first ring quite handily. Okay, the monk we have here is actually an expert on the Ring of Advancement, which is the only archer ring. Each of the classes have kind of rings allocated to them. He isn't actually too... He's a little bit vague on information. He doesn't really give you a good starting point. He just tells you that the test of advancement is overcome by thoroughness of motion. And basically there's a trick to it, and tells you to cover all bases, which is horribly vague. It doesn't give you anything to go on, but by the time we get to this, we won't be coming to it for a while. We'll probably have a rough idea of where to go. Okay, this monk is reading up on the Ring of Variation, which is one of the 2 enchanter rings. And he says that life and death shift in eternal variation, however the test is passed by the scholar, not the athlete. And that's all you get from him. Again, no starting point. But ultimately, the Ring of Variation, if I'm remembering this right, I always mix up the two enchanter rings. Ultimately, that information he gives you will turn out not to be so true, in a way. But anyway, we'll eventually get to that one. Okay, here we have a monk who's an expert on the Ring of Perfection. He doesn't tell you much himself. He tells you that it used to be kept here, but it was too dangerous a location, so it was moved somewhere secret. But he tells you that the shelves around here will have records on it. So find a scrap there, and another one just here, I believe. Oh, or not. Maybe it's this one. Maybe the other direction. Yeah, there we go. Those are the only 2 notes left to be found in this place. One of them tells you that it was basically sealed away, and the key to its retrieval are among those who never walk the earth simultaneously. That'll be obvious when we actually find that place, and it's a fairly obvious place, so there's nothing to worry about. And the other one tells you where the Chamber of Perfection is, but there's no need to go there at the moment. Not without the keys to its retrieval. Here we have a student of mutation, which is the other enchanter ring, who will be, again, very cryptic in his information. Fair is the ring of mutation, but its likeness is now only as thick as a hair. Expect the unexpected and beware. And that's literally all you get. The enchanter rings are a bit vague, but you will, by the time, we won't be finding them until quite late on. And by the time we get round to it, we will hopefully have a bit more info. So here we have a guy who's reading up on the Ring of Bile, one of the Necromancer rings. And again, he's quite a clueless monk who just says that the Book of Bile says, where the dead and living meet, where those who go are quick on their feet, Bile will be there to greet. And he doesn't have a clue what it means. There will be a lot more info on that. That's fairly easy to find. I believe we have to make our starting point in blood for that, and just ask around. So that's all the monks, but by no means all the rings, as you can probably guess by the number. Didn't come across any sorcerer rings, but we have got the information on the one knight ring, division, and the one archer ring of advancing. One of the necromancer rings, bile, both the enchanter rings, variation and mutation, and one of the conjurer rings, perfection. That's about half, really. There's 11 in total. 3 sorcerer rings we have to find. 1 more necromancer ring, not including that one. And there is also a another conjurer ring we have to find as well. So our first task really is to go down to find Bob in that location on the note. Before we do that, I do want to make a quick stop in Chaos and get some basic enchanter spells, seeing as though we're fairly nearby. Can't remember which one you talked to. It might be the... here we go. Scatter and Dagger. Again, I will buy Dagger once I have money. So yeah, 322 I think that guy said, the monk. Can't remember if it was on the note as well. But that means quite a way over here. And over here. Annoyingly, it looks from the... by the looks of the map, there isn't actually a way into it other than by boat. I might double check that, because you might be able to maybe squeeze along that little gap there, but I'm not entirely sure. If not, it means quite a long trek in the opposite direction. Not too great. But I'll go over there and try that and meet you over there. Okay, we're back in Cathedral. Managed to get the boat from the one I took to the fire cave back. Heading up to Sunrise Sunset, which don't know how long that'll take. Shouldn't be too long. I'll probably cut this out if it turns out that I can't get in there. And that's probably quite likely, truth be told. I'm curious. What's on the ship? Oh, okay, I broke it. Never mind. Check the map quickly. Oh, just over there. get the ship around this corner and wander up there. Keep calling it a ship, it's only a little boat. Right, here we are on the icy area thing. Never really liked wandering around here. That seems to be the rough area. Ow! I'm really getting sick of bandits, but I'm glad they weren't enchanters at the very least. This is the place. Oh, brilliant, you can. I didn't think you could do that. So here we are, Sunrise, Sunset, Orphanage, Retirement Home. This side is the orphanage, and I believe this side is the retirement home. Where Bob lives is another matter. Was there anything on that note that gives us a clue? No. I guess I'll just knock on random doors and see if I can track him down. Be right back. Okay, I found him. In the last house, of course. Went through about 4 guys called Maldivin to find this guy. But yeah, here we go. There's Bob. I don't think it says anything important. No. Show him the note. And yeah, he doesn't really... Oh, he gives you a note, okay. I guess that's the thing he meant to pass on to his son. Ah, there we go, yeah. To find the Ring of Holy Light, seek a place between both dark and bright. Terrible rhyme. And that's another clue to the kind of simultaneous earthwalking note from earlier. All these are leading to the same ring, which, annoyingly, is also one of the hardest rings to get, ultimately. You can do the setting up for it fairly easily, but at the end of it is just, I'd rather not do that straight away. What was the other thing we were meant to do? Oh yeah, I think there's a woman in this house. Or maybe not. Maybe this one? Yeah, there we go. Up here, this is the woman that we were led here to speak to. She's Togania resident, but basically she had her beauty stolen by a witch called Hideous, the same witch who used to enslave the Fens, funnily enough. And basically, if you find a lock of her hair, she can turn back. So our next quest is to find the witch Hideous. Annoyingly, that's one of the harder fights, again, but we're possibly up for it now, I think. Plus it seems to be, oh! Yeah, so, I've forgotten what I was talking about, something about getting down to... Oh, what? Oh no. Right. Fine. Okay, how did I get in here? Because it seems to be a one-way thing. And there's no other way out. No! Okay, we're back here. I lost badly to that fight that I left on, and had to work my way back here from Cathedral, which was quite annoying. So apparently you can actually cross this if you have a dino. I definitely can't do it without one. Not sure how that works. Just a one-way trap if you don't have one. Have to wait until you can afford a dino. So yeah, running low on time now. I want to make one quick correction. I said that the note from Bob leads you to another clue for the ring of perfection. Actually doesn't. Lead you to another ring that's nearby, where you have to go for that I completely forgot about. So we're actually going to do that one next time. Starting point's going to be Cathedral, because there's one thing near there that I need to do. So I'll see you next time for that. Thank you very much for watching.